a bit of set commentary in this matchup. I'm actually very excited to see how this goes. I know that Smub wins, but that's all I know because I wanted to make sure that I'm commentating one where Ridley is actually winning. And this is probably why Mr. E thinks this is a bad matchup, by the way. It's probably just Smub. Um, I don't know what other experience he has against Ridleys, but I'm guessing he's beating most other Ridleys. Anyway, let's see how they start. I'm doing this in slow motion so that we actually know what's going on. I also don't have the best reaction time. It takes me a while to assess. So as you can see, here Mr. E knows Smub really likes to jump, right? And so he does a rising nair. Obviously that isn't safe, so Smub just punishes it with a nair. Here, Mr. E is still trying to attack Smub with that. He's cornered and he's still trying to. You saw he was trying to side B Smub. I think he's still expecting Smub to like jump or something, but Smub is just playing patient. He's waiting. Here he got a forward tilt. Now, see, he tried to cover the high jump. Now he's just, look, he's sitting around waiting, down tilting, because down tilt like has so much range, right? And when Ridley down tilts, this is important because you forward tilt a lot. Forward tilt is a great move. Down tilt is also a great move because Ridley ducks. So when Lucina tries to swoop in with a massive forward air, Ridley is going to low profile it. And Ridley, being the massive character that he is, it's incredible that he can even low profile anything. So here, he catches Mr. E's landing. He knows Mr. E committed to a jump, so he can either shield or... but Mr. E has been trying over and over again to swing out of the corner. I don't even know if he had a chance to swing, but he's catching his landing. Here he gets a nice down throw into a forward air. Look, he gets another forward air. Mr. E had to neutral. You saw he neutral air dodged and escaped the other forward air. He would have died if he didn't. So as you can see, like Ridley can use his multiple jumps off stage to at least pressure the air dodge, and you know, if he's lucky he can still score a kill. And like, let's say Mr. E air dodged and Smub didn't do that, then he would forward air him, so he essentially had him in a 50-50. I don't know if Mr. E would have died from that 50-50, but either way he had damage and massive advantage on the table. So here, Mr. E did a neutral getup. Smub tried to cover, like I'm guessing a jump with a nair. Now he's dashing back, waiting. Look, he's just dashing around. There he calls out Mr. E for still trying to escape the corner. This is all off of one sequence. He literally won neutral once at the start, and he has been corner pressuring him since. Here, he knows Mr. E had like some really awful angles. So here he's just trying to catch. He's trying to two-frame with the fireballs, and he's getting it. So you fireballing ledge isn't actually a bad thing. It's just important to understand why you're doing it and when. So here, but keep in mind, this is all off of one neutral win. He kept him here for so long because you saw how patient he was, just standing around, waiting for him to do something. Here he catches his jump with a back air. Now he's sending out more fireballs. Mr. E, really smart, knows that Smub wants to go out there. Throws a counter. Smub, see, he's crouching, waiting for the jump. Then he catches it with a forward air, sending out more fireballs. But like, look at how dangerous he is just standing there. He's just standing there at roll distance, like all the other videos that we watched. And look at that. Now Mr. E doesn't know what to do, panicked. Now he's shielding. Now you do the side B. Boom. Otherwise a very committal option, but Smub knows. Smub knows it's over. So now Mr. E, sharking out there like I did a lot today, catches the... I always want to get the timing on that. It's like a little tight. You saw it was still a trade after that. This was an excellent up B in theory, because he really, like, if the counter went through, obviously Smub was dead. Like, that up B has so much knockback, you're just going to die. So he was trying to dodge it. But as you can see, like, Mr. E with good edge guarding, just pushing Ridley out there with the forward airs, there's not much Ridley can do. So as you can see, Ridley, like, very volatile, very... kind of a glass cannon character, even though he might not seem like it because he doesn't have a lot of combos. But you saw his corner pressure is so good. When he has you in the corner, it's amazing. When he's off stage, it's really bad. So now it's essentially an even game again. Mr. E just, I mean, the timing against the up B. Obviously, Smub could have also just went low with the up B, but he tried to catch Mr. E going out there, and Mr. E reacted with the counter. So it was like another 50-50 situation. So now he's landing with a nair, which is pretty close. So Mr. E takes advantage of that with a grab. Now he's coming in. He's actually getting really close. I don't know if I agree with Mr. E getting this close, but I think he just wants to close the space between him and Smub so that he can like actually escape Smub's tilts. Because Smub's tilts, just Ridley's tilts in general, are just so big that Lucina can't like properly contest them with aerials. Ridley wins that exchange. Let's go back and actually analyze like what made them not even, because here they just exchanged a few hits back and forth. Smub is grabbing, trying to read a roll, I guess. Maybe it's a bit of a mashy roll. Here, Mr. E just reads with a pretty aggressive side B. Now he's just, as you can see, Mr. E is just kind of jumping around. Here he tries to like do a cheeky 2-frame. So as you can see, even at top level, they'd be doing that shit. Here, Smub. See, look how he's not drifting in. Look how he's just staying in the center of the stage. Now Mr. E calls him out for it. You know, as you can see, Mr. E already adapting to Smub's patient play. And like, look, now he's trying to get the edge guard. He misses, as you will against Ridley's up B. The hitbox is just so huge. Here, Smub, just kind of ducking under. Gets a really nice forward tilt. This is why Mr. E thinks this is a losing matchup, because everything Ridley does outranges Lucina. Like, I have to put Ridley in disadvantage, but the neutral between the two is actually, I don't know if it's Ridley favored, but like, as you can see, I mean, he has such a, look, he baits it. Not that it matters. Like, the 2-frame is hard to hit, by the way. Like the 2-frame, like that's just like a matter of practice. So he hits the 2-frame with the down angled forward tilt. Now he's jumping around with the nair. The nair, like, Smub has gotten hit multiple times now for coming in with the nair. But it's important to remember, he's trying to get out of the corner. Lucina likes to jump. The nair covers a ton of different stuff. Like, it's just really big. So it's still a really great tool. But as you can see, you can't get repetitive with the nair. Here he does some crazy, he goes for some crazy shit. You saw he tried to get the spike. You see, he dashes back. He catches the jump. So he's always just trying to wait and react to what Mr. E is doing, because the way Ridley is able to outrange Lucina and just kind of oppress her with his tilts, like his down tilt and his, look, he's always staying just outside of Lucina's range. And here, look how he's not going up. No, he's waiting and seeing what happens. I know you love to up smash a lot. Look at him mashing the up smash. It is a really good move. Like, the fact that it covers so much. Like, if Mr. E tried to land on the platform, Smub pretty much had the whole platform covered. And look at that. There's the dash attack. He just waxed him for the whole stock, by the way. Let's go back a little bit and analyze how this even happened. He reversals him. He nairs him. He just catches his jump. He knows that he's going to shield, I guess. Then he goes through some crazy shit. He dashes back. Mr. E is getting really impatient because he just got, like, Space Pirate rushed. He just got command grabbed. He knows he can't shield. He's really having trouble dashing in because of the forward tilt. Here he goes for a really aggressive back air because he's expecting Smub to jump. And he's right in that, but it just doesn't work out. Here, see, another aggressive down air. Mr. E playing very nervous here because he knows he's down a lot. Smub has a ton of momentum, so he's just riding the momentum. But as you can see, he's not trying to go up there and hit him. He's also not trying to hit him in the corner. He's more so just biding his time and playing what is essentially a sword. You have to remember, Ridley, just like all the other characters that you like to play, essentially has a sword. And as you can see, he baits out the up B. Mr. E, last-ditch effort, tries to, like, reversal him with the up B, which is super desperate, super panicked, and he gets him with a dash attack on reaction. But as you can see, he does a lot of dashing back and tilting. The dashing back and tilting you already do a lot, but the only difference here Really, the only difference is that Smub is doing a lot of reacting. A lot of reacting, and you saw he needs to use the side B. Ridley isn't that good. He needs to use his whole kit in order to threaten his opponent. Other characters have the privilege of doing the same thing over and over again. Um, Toolbox characters with a bunch of decent moves, like Lucina and Ridley, actually. They both have that in common. They're just sorties. They swing in certain directions, and that's it. They need to use their entire set of tools. So Lucina needs to use her shield breaker. She needs to use her side B. Ridley needs to use his Space Pirate Rush and his neutral B, as you saw. In certain matchups, not so much, but like in this one, you saw how much pressure he was able to utilize, which is actually really great. You like to use a ton of like pretty whack moves in neutral, but like Ridley does that sometimes. See, now he's trying to catch the jump. He's still, however, as you can see, still pressuring. Boom. He gets the dash attack. Now he's going out there. He knows Mr. E doesn't have a jump. Mr. E knows he's dead. So he just immediately like goes into the blast zone because he knows he's dead. Let's go back and look at that. Because this happened in like under 20 seconds. Immediately Mr. E shields. Smub knows. Boom. Grab. Forward air. That's some nice percent. Jumps back. Down to look at the range on that down tilt. Look at the range on this. He's at roll distance and still catches the neutral get up. That shouldn't be allowed. That's a way in which Ridley kind of cheats. And then he tries to catch it with the forward air. Mr. E has time here. So when Smub like forward tilted, Mr. E did have time to do something else. He dropped his shield, however. Smub got kind of lucky on the timing. So this, it's not to say that all of this is like a true advantage state or anything. Like Mr. E made a mistake there. But see, look at how he feigned the neutral B. Because when he goes back, let's go back here. If he goes down and neutral B's Lucina here, she's so dead. But you saw, he dipped down with this awesome feint, jumps back, like barely scrapes by the up B, gets the dash attack. Now Lucina's pretty much dead. Lucina can't do anything from here. Because you see, he gets one fireball out, which is kind of troll, and then he just goes in and he forwarders. Like, at that point, you know that Lucina is at such a bad angle trying to recover that she's not going to make it. So here, Mr. E uses his invincibility and catches Smub in his movement. I don't know why Smub is specifically moving that way. I think he's... I mean, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Mr. E gets a really nice landing up air, which is going to combo into an up tilt. He catches the tech. Then he goes for another up air into a back air. Really nice advantage state. Catches this jump. And look at that. That is beautiful spacing. I wish that I could do this. I always chicken out with this against Ridley. But like, let's say we're actually playing the matchup well. Nice forward air. Really using the sword. Boom. Look at that back air. He drops down. He rises with the back air. And look at that counter. Boom. Isn't this insane? Both trading stocks off of the advantage state. It's such a volatile matchup, which is really great because this game can get really, really tedious and boring. But with a character like Ridley, which I'm really happy that you play him, I mean, so much can happen in so little time. Mr. E there knows that Smub wants to come down with a neutral air, so he shields and then grabs him. See, now he's still trying to... But he's not doing the same thing that Smub is, right? He maybe doesn't have quite the same privileges, but see here, he goes out, he tries to forward air. He's a little too far out here. I think he still drifts back. He tries to drift back, and he tries to up air, and now they're next to one another. Smub takes advantage of the scramble. I think the main takeaway from both of these people playing is likely that Smub is guessing right more in these scramble situations, and that Mr. E is not... I mean, I don't know how patient you can be in disadvantage against Ridley, but Smub is just calling out Mr. E over and over again in these disadvantaged situations. Mr. E always trying to escape the corner. Smub always this like fortress of hitboxes with his tilts, never letting him do it. Now he tries to catch a jump. He goes for another down tilt. Mr. E landing with a pretty unsafe up air, but Smub missing out on the punish. I mean, I don't know how unsafe or safe it was. See, now Smub getting a little impatient on the corner, but I think he thinks that Mr. E just wants to land with something, and that's why he's dash attacking. Important to note, Lucina's a very floaty character. That means she stays in the air for a really long time. That means that if she jumps, your burst options are really good because like she's just kind of stuck in the air, and that makes Ridley's dash attack, I'd say, really good in this matchup, where it otherwise might not be. So now he's just trying to cover. He reacts to the neutral getup, throws Lucina off, hits the one ball. Hits the one ball, and now he's trying to get the tilt, I think. Or he was trying to get the tilt, but I don't know if he just didn't have the time. Now he just calls out the jump with a up smash. As you can see, not everything is like infinite flowchart or anything with either of these characters. They do need to guess, which makes them bad. Here, Mr. E gets a nice confirm. The down tilt into down smash is a confirm, but Lucina sucks, so it doesn't kill. Here, he gets a really nice air dodge. He would have died otherwise. Mr. E, maybe not expecting the air dodge. Mr. E, immediately, you saw, he immediately turned around and back aired instead of forward airing, it, like hoping that it would kill, but it doesn't because Lucina sucks. Here he just gets a down air. He's being kind of aggressive with the down air. And here he gets a back air because Smub is trying to land faster. And Mr. E is patient enough to... I mean, I don't really know why Smub chose to land that way. I don't think that could have gone well, like good in any way. But here he's just trying to cheese him. You saw how he spaced like the forward tilts. It's like max spacing against Lucina. Mr. E trying to do some fancy stuff here. You saw the aerial side B. Smub air dodged in time because that like the side B doesn't like it's not a real combo. So because Lucina sucks. And here he's just drifting back with nairs, trying to hold his advantage. See, he's always in the center. When Mr. E is jumping around, Smub is just retreating and in the center. Because in the center, like he is it's really hard to challenge Ridley as Lucina in the center. Let's go back a little bit. Because you see, he's really just trying to maintain. And whatever hits he gets, that's just the cherry on top, you know? Every now and then he's going to go out there, you know, trying to challenge some jumps. But he's only going out there to challenge the jump. When they're grounded, he's not going out there and trying to challenge anything unless it's max space. Here, Mr. E gets a really nice string. What does he do? He lands an up air before Ridley can land and shield. I think he's just really quick to react on that. Here, you saw Smub tried to land. Mr. E goes down with the up air. Here, he's still trying to shark with the up airs. Gets kind of greedy. Smub knows. He's already down there with the back air. More fireballs. It's kind of funny that it's this good in the matchup. I actually didn't know that it was this good. And then another jump call out. Boom. He knows Mr. E has not shielded in a really long time. He's not like moving forward and attacking Ridley. Low key, Ridley might win this matchup just because Lucina, like, she doesn't have any way to get out of the corner horizontally. She needs to jump. And Ridley, with his nair and his forward air, you saw how much Smub is just able to like go up there and do that. And you saw, even if he knows it's going to happen, he's saving the up smash for when it's going to kill. Because if Mr. E gets up smashed, he's like, you knew I was going to jump there? Holy shit, I need to stop jumping. Smub is using Mr. E's habits and abusing them when it counts, which I don't do that. You don't do that. No one's going to do that except for top players. But it's really cool to see that kind of play. Let's go forward a little bit. They're on FD now. I don't know about this pick. I actually low-key think that... Oh, did you see the drop down immediately? Yikes. Anyway, let me talk about the pick first. The Final Destination. Like, you can't juggle Ridley on this. I think why Mr. E might have gone here is because... where we were before, what is it, Town and City, like the platform meant that Mr. E couldn't oppose Ridley in the middle. And here, I think he thinks maybe there's a little bit more open space. Maybe he's not going to be cornered as much against Ridley, and maybe Ridley isn't going to be able to hold the center as well. I mean, I'm just speculating here, but he's short hopping. They're shielding a little. Smub already taking center stage again with the fucking grab to start it off. This has happened like maybe twice or 3 times now. Did you see how Okay, this is really important, and you don't have to do this, but I want to start incorporating this into my play. So he runs off in forward airs, he jumps, and he air dodges up. Why does he do it? Because it's it takes much less time. Like the up B takes forever, right? So now he has the frame advantage to immediately try to get back up there. Of course, Mr. E is able to hit him in time, but here he gets a really nice back air. Let's see why. Because Mr. E is in the scramble situation. He's like, oh my god, he's right next to me. I need to up tilt him. But he just shields it. Here, that nair just makes sure that Mr. E can't escape immediately. And he knows he can't get punished for it that bad. Like, when Mr. E gets this forward air, Smub's still an advantage. This is actually a really nice technique. Not so much, like, again, not a lot of use value to us, like lowlifes, but, like, even though he gets forward aired here, the neutral air was just so that Mr. E wouldn't immediately leave. It keeps him in disadvantage, even though Smub takes damage, because the damage doesn't really matter. So let's go back. See what he does after that. Mr. E is really like just trying to jump out. Boom, Smub gets the nice forward tilt. Low key, I can see why Mr. E put it in losing now, because like this is like awful. Smub getting a little bit greedy with the back airs, but I think he thinks that Mr. E is going to land more patiently now, and he's trying to call him out for it because Mr. E has been jumping so much. I mean, I could be wrong. Here, Mr. E barely neutral air dodging away. You have to neutral air dodge those fireballs or else you die. Nice. He's trying like look how much he's cornering him here. When we have matches, you and I, we will just hit one another over and over again, like mindlessly, because we don't react. But look at how long they're keeping one another in the corner. Here, Mr. E desperately trying to like get some kind of aerial to stuff out Smub, like at the start, and boom, nice forward smash. Because this side B was greedy. He thought maybe that Mr. E was going to go out. And did you see Mr. E? This is crazy edge guarding, by the way. He knows at this point, Ridley is going to be so low, he needs to side B, and he's trying to punish the lag on the side B. And Smub just can't make it back. But like he was trying to punish, like to make sure that he gets the kill, he was trying to punish the side B that had to happen. Here he just calls him out, which, by the way, ridiculous. He just goes out, down smashes, uses his invulnerability from the Angel platform. Okay, Mr. E is like just flubbing here. Like he should have at least punished one of those things, but and like he's giving him so much space. Do you have to do this as Lucina? I don't know. The worst part of this matchup for sure. I mean, I don't play this game enough to know, but like Mr. E is never down tilting. Do you think forward tilt just beats down tilt clean? That's gotta suck ass if that's the truth. Because then Lucina just can't down tilt. That sounds like it sucks. Anyway, as you can see, Mr. E is like immediately... See how... This is important to note. He gets this forward tilt. He spaces this forward air, and he immediately turns around and back airs. Why does he back air and not just forward air? For consistency. Back air is going to send farther so that he might get the edge guard. It's a little optimization. I think it's more damage. I don't know. But either way, he's just trying to send Smub a little farther so he has time to go back and at least set up a ledge trap. So here, he's really, he's a little bit hesitant. I don't know if he could have forward aired Smub trying to side B back, but either way, he's already gotten a ton of damage off of that sequence, which is also great. Now Smub trying to catch Mr. E. Let's see. Mr. E, kind of another nair that doesn't really get him anything. Does Lucina suck? I don't know. Watching this, it looks like Lucina sucks, but Smub is also like calling out Mr. E over and over with the grabs. This forward tilt is OD. Loki sucks that Smub didn't space that right. The timing was close, but he didn't space it properly. Like the tip didn't hit the ledge properly. But like the forward tilts are crazy. Like in order to play Ridley, I think that's one of the harder things playing Ridley at top level when you have nerves going on. Like hitting those forward tilts is so important because characters, like a lot of characters can't come back from that. Like they're just dead. And it's really impressive when people like Kripuba and Mezcall, look how fast he mashed out of it, by the way. People like Krapuba and Mezcal and Smub always hit those forward tilts. Definitely like one of the tiny things about Ridley that isn't like super simple. In that sense, the character isn't solved because a solved Ridley is always going to hit the forward tilts. Here he caught the roll. You saw he caught the roll with the down smash, but it doesn't kill because Lucina sucks. Here he's shielding because he's scared of the hitbox because it's so big. And then, oh my god, what bullshit. You saw he was scared of the hitbox. Smub immediately saw like, oh, Mr. E was scared of the up B hitbox. He's going to shield and then he's going to stop shielding. Because he figures Mr. E's going to flicker his shield. He immediately took advantage of it with a super risky forward air. Nice angle, by the way. Awesome angle. Forward air. Dash in. Dash out, dash in, up smash. Because he knows that when they're in the center, Mr. E really likes to neutral air. And this kind of stuff, like, you're only going to see this stuff in the VOD review. Like, most people aren't even going to notice this when watching it. Unless, I mean, we're literally watching it in slow motion. And, like, I'm only catching on to it because Smub is getting so many kills off of it. But Smub knows. Like, he knows these things. It's crazy. But yeah, really early kill, by the way. Can you believe how long Ridley is living in these situations? It's because Smub, when he's like in a crazy flanking, by the way, he's literally just side Bing over and over again because he knows Mr. E is scared of the side B. Notice how long Smub is living against a lot of this stuff. It's because whenever Mr. E hits Smub, it's usually like in the middle, like in a scramble situation. Because other than that, Mr. E can't hit Smub where it matters. Like Smub just hit Mr. E vertically in the middle, and he literally hit him with an up smash and killed him at like 89. And Mr. E has dealt so much more damage to Smub, but Smub got it where it counted, which I think is really annoyingly important in this game. I actually have, like, Carl has the strongest distaste for it. I think it's, like, interesting and hype to a certain extent, but it's, like, it can be, like, world-shattering. Here he just calls out the neutral get-up. You saw Ridley get up, and Mr. E just doing a nair to cover it. Now, with the grab every single time. Can you believe this? Can you believe these habits? Smub immediately uses the invincibility. He's the kind of player to do it. He doesn't take a deep breath. He knows Mr. E, scared of him, he's going to land, and then he's going to shield. And he gets the same thing again. And now he's trying to cheese him, and he thought he got it. Did you see him try to start to get up? Because he thought he got it? And he's trying to do it again. He knows. He's so confident at this point. Like, he's literally just trying to cheese it. Again! Dude, are you kidding me? Holy shit. This is low-key a hype set. If you like Ridley. Here he's being, like, super aggressive. I think at this point, like, you're seeing a lot of, like, risky option. Here he rolls out because Lucina can't even get there in time, I don't think. I don't know if she could. I mean, she could run and down tilt, but I don't think Mr. E wanted to do that. But you can see Smub is, like, playing really confident at this point. Like, he's not really second-guessing himself too much. And it looks like, just from the way they're playing, like, he is literally just swinging and hoping that he hits Mr. E, because it literally looks like he's willing. I mean, I don't know. Like, I could be wrong. But you saw all of the cheese that he was trying to do. He's willing to bring it to a game 4. He doesn't care. Like, he's so comfortable. See how he's just dashing? Mr. E trying to, like, throw out hitboxes. Smub hasn't done anything. That was his first hitbox in a while. And it's because he's just waiting for Mr. E to, like... He's watching the way Mr. E jumps. And, oh, Mr. E, you saw he had the read with the grab, but he didn't space it properly. And you see how much he's waiting and, like, only swinging when he has momentum. Like, when he doesn't have momentum, he's just, like, kind of dashing back and forth. He's waiting at the ledge a lot because he knows, like, he's at kill percent. If Lucina down tilts him at the ledge, it's no biggie. Like, she can't edge guard him from there. So, like, let's say Ridley gets down tilted at the ledge. It's cool. Which, by the way, Ridley's head goes pretty far down below the ledge. I don't even know if Lucina can down tilt him. So, as you can see, Mr. E is getting really antsy. He's doing a lot of just like rising and back airing because he knows it's gonna kill Ridley, but Smub knows this and he's just trying to avoid the back air. Does this kill? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's good. I would have been pretty upset. Okay, he gets some fireballs. Did Mr. E waste his jump? No, he didn't. See, he's walking. Did you see his little micro steps? He's walking, positioning himself. Crazy, by the way, that he does this side B, and crazy that he lives for it, unpunished. Lucina sucks. And then he does this. I would be pissed if I was Mr. E. Low-key a heartbreaker. Smub getting up immediately, meeting him where he is. Dude, what a robbery, honestly. But you saw what he did. He just kept center. Ridley, glass cannon character, when he has center, he's winning a lot. When he's out of center, he's very, very nervous. So, yeah, as you can see, they're in despair about it as well. Great set. Very cool.